Marian Anderson by Zoe Vincent. Marian Anderson was a very talented singer who sang all over the world, but was rejected at home in America because she was black. A concert she sang on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in 1939 helped her country see that segregation was bad. Marian Anderson was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on February 27, 1897. Her parents were Anna and John Anderson. Ms. Anderson was born and loved singing, but her childhood was hard. She was the oldest of 3 children. When she was 15, her dad died. She could not take singing lessons with white people because of segregation. Some good things happened to help the bad things. Her church choir raised money for her to go to high school and to get singing lessons. Ms. Anderson attended William Penn High School in Philadelphia. She switched schools when she decided music was her future. She switched to South Philadelphia High School, focusing on music and singing frequently at assemblies. After high school, she applied to Philadelphia Music Academy, but was turned down because of the color of her skin. The black community in Philadelphia paid for Ms. Anderson to get a lesson with a professional white singer named Giuseppe Bogetti. Mr. Bogetti said no the minute he saw her because she was black, but Ms. Anderson closed her eyes and sang. When she opened her eyes again, he said, "I shall make room for you at once. I shall only need 2 years with you. Then you can go anywhere and sing anywhere." For college, Ms. Anderson went to a music school in England to study piano and singing. She went to England instead of studying in America because she could sing anywhere, not just colored places. While in Europe, she toured everywhere and became famous. After a sensational concert in Salzburg, Austria, the legendary orchestra conductor Arturo Toscanini said she had a voice heard but once in a century. Even though Ms. Anderson was very famous in Europe, she still was not allowed to sing in some places in America. In 1939, the Daughters of the American Revolution refused to let Ms. Anderson sing in front of an audience of both white and black people. This changed her whole life. The First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, thought that Ms. Anderson's voice was so pretty and that it was not fair to not let her sing. So Mrs. Roosevelt set it up for her to sing at a much better place, the Lincoln Memorial. And she did, in front of 75,000 people, and millions of people listening on their radios. In 1943, Ms. Anderson married a man named Kingfisher. They lived on a farm in Danbury, Connecticut, and this was her home for 50 years. In 1948, Ms. Anderson had an operation on her throat. She was not allowed to sing at all for 2 months because the doctors thought her throat needed to recover. It recovered completely. In 1955 and 1956, she sang at the Metropolitan Opera House in New York. She was the first black person to sing at the Met. After she did those things, she toured India and the Far East. She sang at the inaugurations of Presidents Eisenhower and Kennedy. Ms. Anderson sang the national anthem to open the March on Washington, the event where Dr. Martin Luther King delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. Ms. Anderson retired from singing in 1965. She still appeared publicly and narrated orchestra pieces. Her husband died in 1986. Ms. Anderson continued to live on her farm until 1992, when she moved to Portland, Oregon to live with her nephew, conductor James D. Priest. The next spring she died. She died on April 8, 1993, at the age of 96. That was the life of Marian Anderson.